Muy buenas a todos, chicos, y bienvenidos una vez más a este vuestro canal, Banco de Chuda. Vamos a seguir con Mass Effect 2, de hecho. El capítulo pasado quedamos aquí con nuestra nueva nave, la nueva Normandy. Y nos dieron una misión, básicamente, de que tenemos que ir a Omega, o algo así. Y nos encontramos con Joker, nuestro querido amigo Joker.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats! Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
Vale. En realidad, esta no es solo una copia.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked. You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you are such a downer.
Empezamos bien. ¿Algo más, Joker?
Commander,
¿Qué tal la cabina?
I assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
Hay un botón de silencio. El server no está de acuerdo.
I'm no fan either, but we're stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. There's gotta be some wires I can cross to make it hurt.
No sabotage. Understood?
Yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
Joker.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
El pelotón.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
Vale. Los viejos.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
Bah.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
Vale.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
La inteligencia artificial. Vamos a ver si podemos hablar con ella, ¿eh?
Yes, Shepard.
Háblame de
I
ti.
want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Vale. Esto lo que vamos a tratar de hacer aquí en este capítulo, básicamente, espero que no tarde mucho, es tratar de conocer a la gente aquí. La tripulación y todo, porque hay bastante nueva gente.
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Alright.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the elusive man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Ok, esto suena interesante.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
What?
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization.
Sí, en los comentarios sarcásticos de Joker me encantan, tío.
The elusive man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
The elusive man has
Vale, te
monitoring
lo
devices
mismo.
on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's
Exactamente lo
resources
mismo.
into the design and construction of this ship.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Vale.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
Cerberus.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
What?
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Joder, tío.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that
Oh,
prevents me from
joder.
answering that question.
Let's discuss something else.
Cerberus se está
Ready.
ocultando cosas, Está ocultando muchas cosas.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
Vale.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Adiós. Vale, investigar con un tema de esto de cuál es esta sala de la nave, lo veo relativamente innecesario. Así que eso vamos a evitar preguntarlo. Asistentes Chambers. A ver.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
El placer es mío.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Bueno.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything
Míralo.
else?
Míralo tú. Ay, vamos a charlar.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
Alright. Vale. ¿A qué te dedicas?
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
Ah, interesante, Mantente la distancia.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives.
Ah,
We
lo
look out
dudo.
for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
Ah, esta es buena pregunta.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
Eres adorable.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Vale.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Oye. Se le está yendo un poco la pinza, ¿eh? Vamos a seguir el juego un poco. Te daría un abrazo.
I might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
No,
I better
adios.
go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Tripulación.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal.
Vale.
Anything else, Commander?
No,
That'll be
adios.
all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Vale, terminar privada, esto. Es esto. Estado de equipo. Comprar estado de equipo. Vale, aquí tenemos el este del equipo. Al parecer. Expediente el profesor, doctor Martin Solus. Vale. Esto es lo que tenemos que ir a buscar por mientras, por ahora, ¿no? Vale. Mejoras. No hay mejoras. Ah, cierto, necesitamos el profesor para activar la mejora. Mensajes sin leer. Mensajes de Anderson, del consejo. Si por casualidad los rumores son ciertos y sigues con vida, necesito que vengas a hablar conmigo a la ciudad de la... Han cambiado mucho las cosas de los últimos 2 años. Gracias a ti estoy en el consejo y es justo que dispongas de una oportunidad para defenderte de lo que hemos estado oyendo. Vale. Ocúpate... Vale, este es... Vale, este es uno de los que tengo que ir a buscar. Contrato perdido con la nave... Proyecto Ascos, esto es de DLC también. Vale. El almirante Hackett. Ah, vale, esto es para ver dónde se estrelló la Normandy, ¿vale? La modera del asalto Cerberus no me interesa. Maro Terminus, vale. Fusil de asalto y recolector. Visor Umbra, vale, que esto no lo voy a ocupar. Copia de reconocimiento, visor para armadura inferno, fusil francotirador incisor, armadura de sangre de dragón, Overlord, ¿qué es esto? Uno de los grupos se acaba de desconectar de la red sin motivo aparente. El proyecto Overlord se ha estado experimentando con tecnología de gran volatilidad. Quiero que lo investigue. Su trabajo está dividido en numerosas categorías, tanto que no puedo divulgar detalles de la operación por este canal. Encontraron más detalles en el planeta Aiete. Vaya nombre. Sistema Typhon. En el argumentamiento Phoenix. Por favor, encárgate para esto. Un DLC también. Proyector de arco, que es... Hace poco producimos un incidente de bloqueo. Vale, esto es un... Vale, esto es un arma, runes de Konkazumi Goto. Vale, esta de... Esta chica es un... También es un acompañante. Y es una de DLC. Así que no voy a ir por ella primero. Primero quiero conseguir a otros. Fusil pesado Matot. Escopeta de plasma Jeff. Vale, parece que nos pasaron varias cosas nuevas. Pistola, visor y armadura Kestrel, que es... Vale. Vamos a marcar todo esto como leído. De todas maneras igual podemos ver los mensajes. Mensajes archivados, entrenamiento, no me interesa. Vale, no será. Ya. De hecho voy a aprovechar de revisar si pasaron cosas nuevas, porque aquí tenemos armitas, ¿no? A ver, acá puse el recolector. Este tiene pinta de ser bueno, Voy a probarlo aquí. Voy a probarme con este, que creo que no me gusta. Francotirador tenemos 2. Este no me gusta. Pistolas. No. Joder. Pues simplemente yo no voy a andar usando de pistola, así que me da igual. Vale, voy a cambiar el equipamiento a los chiquillos. Esto, bueno. Pero veo que lo tienen a tope. Sí, están a tope. Vale. Esto es la armería, así que...
Commander,
Jacob.
there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Vale. Bastante corto el tema con este tipo, Aquí tenemos sala de comunicaciones. Me parece que no son las salas juntas. Vale. Ábrete. Vale, aquí no podemos entrar. Tenemos que ir a las otras salas. Que quiero investigar la nave por completo.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Vale. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? No tengo nada. No me mientas. Kenny, no me mientas. Vale, vamos a ver el alojamiento aquí, acá arriba. A ver qué tenemos. Va. Bastante gente, Medalla de honor, logros. Ah, vale. Perfecto. Y aquí tenemos el cuadrito de Liara. Vale. Tenemos un baño. Y el váter funciona. Una pecera. Que lo creo innecesaria. Tenemos lo mismo para modificar la armadura. Tenemos la cama, vale. Esta parte de aquí es para ver para cuando encontremos esto de maquetas. Y queremos coleccionar. Alojamiento, vale. Vamos acá. A ver qué nos encontramos en esta zona. Vale. Aquí tenemos baño para caballeros. Muy bonito y todo. De hecho se ve que está mucho más bastante. Que es esto, alojamiento de la tripulación.
Oh,
Ah,
she's
mira
a
tú.
cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier.
Vale.
Could be vulnerable to collectors.
No me interesa tu conversación,
Exactly.
¿Y esto es baño, señoritas?
Shepard, the men's restroom is on the port side of the ship.
Vale. Gracias por el aviso. Piti. Vale, ¿y qué
Chef
tenemos?
surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Vale, ¿qué tenemos
Commander
aquí?
Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Miss Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
¿Necesitas
You
algo?
have everything you need.
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
¿Alguien que pueda ayudarte,
What do you
viejo?
need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
Ah, tío, dímelo.
If I head that
Quiero
way, I'll
ayudar.
keep an eye out.
Quiero tener virtud al
This
máximo.
list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
You have everything you need.
If you happen to find any of those supplies on the list I gave you, it would be much
What do you do here on the
appreciated.
Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
O sea, que
So the man
cocinero.
cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus
Serio?
gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
Vale, es un punto a favor que tiene Cerberus.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
Me cae bien este señor.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Vale, vamos a ver la enfermería. Y mira que tenemos aquí. Mira que tenemos aquí.
Commander Shepard,
La doctora Shaquas.
I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Vale, ¿necesitas
You have
algo?
everything you need.
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only
Serio?
thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Vale, así podemos, creo que ayudando lo más posible podemos conseguir mejor virtud, lo cual nos viene bien.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Ok, necesitas...
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
Vale, eso te lo doy.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
Gracias por la confianza.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
Pues nada.
I'll
Adiós.
see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Comanda. Mira tú, y me da la espalda como si nada, tú. Vale, no pasa nada aquí. Virtud más 2. Bueno, estamos agarrando virtud, pero vamos a tener que... bueno. Hacer unas cuantas misiones, Miranda. La puta.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Es todo la
Anything
normal.
I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
¿Qué haces
What
por aquí?
exactly are your duties, aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the elusive man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the elusive man, updating our status.
Vale, ¿podemos hablar?
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions.
Pues sí.
Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
Quiero saber no, porque no me interesa mucho saber acerca de ella, pero bueno.
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
Vale, la verdad es que no me interesa mucho saber de ella, pero para conseguir el mejor final necesitamos tener la lealtad de todos. Así que para ello necesitamos conocer a todos los tripulantes. Así que para quien no le guste Miranda, comparto su disgusto para ella. Y al que le guste, bueno, aquí lo tienes.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Okay.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific. But we're all working towards the same goal. We keep our ranks and structure similar to the Alliance. A lot of our recruits started there, but not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
Okay.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
No me gusta cómo me hablas, chiquilla.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions. Even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
No estoy seguro de eso, ¿eh?
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Well, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
Arrogante.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
Vale, no me interesa saber lo de sus modificaciones genéticas, así que adiós.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
No. Vendré a hablar contigo cuando sea necesario porque necesito tu misión de lealtad. Así que adiós. Vale, creo que dicho eso, bueno, no está tomando mucho tiempo, Creo que todavía nos falta conocer unos cuantos, pero... Tenemos aquí, nos vamos a entrar tampoco, vale, tenemos la entrada aquí. ¡Ábrete! Pero sabes que prefiero conocer la tripulación ya de antes porque no quiero dejar esto para después. Así ya la próxima misión ya ir de lleno a lo que es decirlo, las misiones principales y las secundarias y las de los DLC.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
Hola.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there is an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Vale, tenemos que ir a hacer eso.
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
Bueno, gracias a todas las metidas de pata que se está mandando, que se mandaron la Alianza y el Consejo, al parecer Cerberus ha ido ganando poder, al parecer.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
Claro, socios desde siempre, claro, sí. No recuerdo si era en el 1, o sea, perdón, acá en el 2 o en el 3, donde se le puede sorprender haciendo una interacción bastante melosa. Ya la veremos ya si es aquí.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Gracias por su tiempo.
Will do, Commander. I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you he would.
Vale, creo que no me falta por conocer nada más. Así que vamos ya a darle directamente a lo que es la misión. Vamos a ir a... pues toma. Vamos a ir a Omega, que es donde nos mandan principalmente.
No messages for you, Commander.
Muchas gracias. Vamos a Omega. Nuevo sistema de navegación, no tenemos combustible. Vamos a comprar combustible. Tío, verdad que esto gasta un montón. No, las sondas gastan un montón de dinero, Vamos a tenerlo porque vamos a tener que buscar recursos. No explorado. A esto es a lo que me refiero, chicos, Los escáneres, que es para buscar recursos. Porque los recursos los necesitamos básicamente para las mejoras. Esto yo lo voy a hacer fuera de cámara, porque andar explorando mapa por mapa, sistema por sistema, va a ser un poco cabreado. Así que eso lo iré haciendo ya fuera de cámara. Porque al parecer son bastante sistemas. Ahora tenemos un depósito de combustible, que para comprar combustible, como ya lo sabemos. Y aparte tenemos un nuevo sistema de navegación. ¿Qué es esto? Y aquí el combustible es para esto, para que se mueva. Como ven, el porcentaje de exploración de cada sistema es del porcentaje de cuánto hemos sacado minerales y cosas así. Ahora lo que tenemos que ir a hacer ya prácticamente es ir aquí. Vamos a ir acá a Omega, porque ahora tenemos que reclutar al Carger, al profesor y al veterano, que son tres compañeros que necesitamos primero antes de desbloquear los demás. De hecho creo que nos faltarían 2. No sabría decirlo. Y aparte ya nos envía directamente a una zona donde podemos conseguir cosas de primera mano, los primeros mercados, y eso Omega. Las barreras bióticas son vulnerables a las armas de disparo rápido y a la biótica. No tiene mucho sentido esto de que las barreras bióticas sean débiles a las bióticas, pero... Sobre todo, mira, aquí te dicen alteración especialmente eficaz. Vale, como no puedo ir con nada más. Ah, es cierto que con los terceros puedo cambiar el traje, pero a Miranda lo voy a dejar así. A Jacob no lo puedo cambiar. Vale. Vamos a añadir al señor y a este señor. Y nos vamos. Después voy a dejar de ocuparlo porque ya prácticamente no me interesan. Vamos a darle esto para desbloquear el disparo de conmoción. Y a ti te voy a dar esto. Vale, te aumenta la salud, el daño de armas. Me interesa más el daño de armas, así que vamos allá. Ya Miranda le vamos a dar esto también. Ah, vale. Esto, salud de pelotón, daño de pelotón. Líder. Más que el daño. Aunque no la voy a ocupar. No me interesa llevarla. Pues. Bueno. No está mal mejorarla. Salir.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate. Now.
Of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Vale.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Arya wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Vale. Esta es la otra especie que se menciona en el 1. De hecho, aparece en el 1, pero lo que pasa es que tienes que darte un montón de vueltas para poder encontrarte con unos cuantos batarianos. Vale. De hecho, aquí en el 2 van a ser más recurrentes los batarianos. Así que vamos a intentar ir por la vía de virtud lo más posible. Vale, Arya quiere saber que trae un espectro muerto a Omega. Te sugiero que vayas a Afterlife y te presentes tú mismo. Vale,
cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Arya for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife, now.
Joder, tío, ¿qué ha pasado?
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morton Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Vale, esto es interesante, ¿eh? Mapa, tenemos un mapa. Vale, tampoco es que ocupe mucho el mapa, pero está aquí. Así que vamos a avanzar.
Please.
Said.
Shut it.
Menudo tortazo que le has pegado, ¿eh?
Please. You have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Masani.
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
Okay, ¿quieres saber?
My contacts told me we're picking up 1 man, not 2.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates even.
Please, I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. You should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Ok. ¿Quieres? Creo que me salió una pregunta que no alcancé a ver, así que vamos a ver esta parte. Vale, esta era la pregunta. ¿Qué será de él?
What's gonna happen to him?
I'm gonna turn him in for the bounty. Don't much care what happens after that.
Vale, no me dejo mucho. Bienvenido a Bato.
Good to have you, Zaid. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
¿Qué acuerdo?
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns. Runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
Vale. Esto parece ser la misión de lealtad de Zaid. Así que vamos a aceptarla.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes. I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Vale, tenemos a un compañero ya listo. Y bienvenidos a Omega Afterlife. Vale, así que tenemos que venir aquí, porque nos... A ver, ¿cómo veo la misión? No, a ver. Diario. Ahí está. Buah, tengo muchas, Zaid. Y utiliza esta la misión de él. Omega, Aria Toloka. Habla con Aria. Vale, ahora el comandante de Omega quiere que todos los recién llegados en cierta importancia le presenten sus respetos en el Afterlife. Puede que sea una valiosa fuente de información. Bueno, o sea, es que hablar con ella. Detener a los colectores. Vale, esta es la misión que tenemos pendiente principal. Expediente. Vale, esta es la DLC de Kazumi. Ciudadela. Vale, esta es la que me pidió Anderson, ¿no? Igual tenemos que ir a la ciudadela a ver qué pasa. Expediente profesor, expediente, vale. Tareas. Estas son las secundarias. Tenemos que encontrarlas en el mantenimiento. Vale, esto todo lo vamos a aprovechar de buscar. El brandy al lado y las conexiones creo que los vamos a buscar aquí en Omega. Esto de los ingredientes especiales creo que vamos a tener que buscarlo en la ciudadela. Esto es un DLC y zona de puesto también es un DLC. Así que por mientras vamos a ir a hablar con la señorita Tolouk para ver qué pasa. Y era aquí en Afterlife, ¿no?
Come on, let me in. Ari's expecting me.
Vale, gracias. ¿Algo que informar, señor? Joder, tío.
Don't you have something better to do than pick fights with people you don't know?
No, just the ones who get in my face.
You see my gun. Do you really want to do this?
Fine. You're off the hook. For now. See you around.
Claro, lo que tú digas. Vale. Así aprovechamos de ganar virtud y nos llevamos unas cuantas mejoras, ¿no? Vale, esto se parece mucho al antro de Cora, ¿no? De la ciudadela. Que por cierto, el antro debería haber terminado. Vale, por aquí no se puede. Vale. No. Esto es botella de brandy, mira tú. ¿Comprar brandy? Sí. Vale, tenemos el brandy helado que se lo podemos llevar a la doctora Shaquas. Anto. Vale, Arya tendría que estar acá arriba. Así que vamos a hablar con Arya. Mírala tú.
That's close enough.
Stand still.
¿Para qué el escaneo?
If you're looking for weapons, you're not doing a very good job.
Can't be too careful with dead specters. That could be anyone wearing your face.
I was told you're the person to talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
Depends on the questions.
You run Omega?
Vale, tío. Se ve que es muy egocentrista, ¿no?
I am Omega.
Sí, pues sí. Es egocentrista.
But you need more. Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one rule.
¿Ya cuál sería?
Don't fuck with Arya.
Simple.
I like it. Easy to remember.
If you forget, someone will remind you.
And then I toss your sorry ass out the nearest airlock.
Vale, parece que sigue manteniendo la vieja armadura, ¿eh?
So, what can I do for you?
Omega, Arya, diferencia de Soul Shopper. Vamos por esto.
One scan and we're straight to business. People are usually more concerned about who I am.
Your death was downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own. I'm curious, but Omega doesn't really care about you.
Háblame de
So,
Omega.
You must know what's what on Omega.
Everything that's worth knowing. I don't usually give it out freely. Information is power. Mundane things you can find yourself. Take a walk in a back alley or buy one of the mercs a drink. Better yet, talk to the entertainers. They give great tours. Just don't waste my time.
Joder, tío.
Tell me how you got set up here.
That's as privileged as information gets. I have many friends and enemies I keep at varying distances. I don't count you among either. We'll see how useful you prove.
Para eso necesitabas ponerte de pie.
Short answer, mind your own damn business.
Morden.
I'm looking for Morden Solus. Do you know where I can find him?
The Solarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Morden. He's as likely to heal you as he is to shoot you.
What can you tell me about him?
Used to be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up. If you really need to find him, take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
Vale, y ahora
I'm trying to track down Archangel.
You and half of Omega. You want him dead too?
No. No.
I'm putting a team together. He's on my list.
Interesting. You're gonna make some enemies teaming up with Archangel. That's assuming you can get to him. He's in a bit of trouble right now.
What kind of trouble?
The local merc groups have joined forces to take him down. They've got him cornered, but it sounds like they're having trouble finishing him off. They've started hiring anybody with a gun to help them.
Sounds like that might be our ticket in.
They're using a private room for recruiting. Just over there. I'm sure they'll sign you up.
What can you tell me about Archangel?
Not as much as I'd like. He showed up here several months ago and started causing all sorts of problems. If you make your own laws, which everyone here does, he makes life difficult. He's reckless and idealistic, but he seems to know enough to stay clear of me.
Okay, es interesante.
Which merc groups are after Archangel?
Blue Suns, Eclipse, Blood Pack. They're Omega's major players. Unless they're at war, you'll never see them together. But one thing they hate more than each other is Archangel.
Ok, eso es interesante, a menos que quiera. ¿Y tú?
Do you hate Archangel?
I don't have time for hate, but I distrust them all equally. For now, I'm happy just to let them kill each other.
Pues vale, gracias.
I appreciate the help.
See if you still feel that way when the mercs realize you're here to help him.
Sounds like I don't have much time to waste.
You've got all the time in the world. Archangel? Not so much.
Vale. Creo que hemos tenido mucha información en un solo video, ¿eh? Así que lo iremos dejando por aquí, un video de mucha información. Más que nada, para ambientarnos en la zona de lo que estamos aquí en Omega. Y conocer a la tripulación de la nueva Normandy. Que por lo visto solamente quedan dos. La doctora Chacuas, mira cómo se fue. La doctora Chacuas y el señor Joker. Así que pues nada, chicos. Espero que les haya gustado el video de hoy. Si tienes algún comentario o sugerencia para mí, será bienvenido a dejarlo en los comentarios. Y pues nada. Nos veremos en el siguiente video, chicos. Chicos se despide. Adiós.